once you get into working with a database, sometimes you want to add tables or queries, forms, or reports to your existing database. When you want to do that, you want to click on the Create tab, and this is where you can create all those different things. So if we wanted to start out by creating a table, a new blank table is going to appear. The first column is always set as almost like an automatic type field where it will automatically number each of your entries. If you go to your design view, this is in datasheet view right now, but if you go to the design view, it's going to ask you to save your table first off. So let's save this table as comments, and we can actually put our field names in our design view, and we can also choose our data type as we're going through. The first field, as I said, is almost like an auto number type thing where it automatically numbers things for you. Let's say we want to put in the word comment, and our data type by default is going to choose text, but if we didn't want it to be text, we could click on the drop down arrow and choose a different one, and this one we're going to choose as memo. The next one we're going to call comment date, and when we tab, it's going to automatically come up as text, but we want to choose date and time. And then the last one that we're going to put in is customer ID, and this is going to be a number. We're going to go back up here to where we see ID, and we're going to click in front of it, and we're going to type in the word comment. And that's how you enter your field names. When you go back to view and datasheet view, and my computer's being slow again, sorry. We need to save it again. It'll always warn you about that. Then you can start putting in your information, and when you start typing under comment, interested in future tours to Australia, you notice that that automatically put a number in there for you. When you tab over, you get a little calendar where you can go in, excuse me, and tab back over there. You get the calendar. You can click on the calendar and you can choose your date, and it'll automatically put that in there. When you go to customer, it's going to automatically align it to the right, because as you put in numbers, it wants to align your ones, tens, and hundreds. It will automatically save things as you go through this, so if you close this out after you type that information in, you would think, oh no, it didn't save, but when you go back and you open up the comments table, your information is in there, so it automatically updates that information. Now, when you create a table and you're going to create a relationship between two or more tables, you have to set up primary keys. And the way you set up a primary key is you're going to go to your excuse me, let me go back to my home tab. You're going to go to view and design view, and in design view you have primary key, and that primary key just means that this is a unique field for that particular record. And so that is an overview on how to create a table and how to set up your primary keys. If I double click on the customers table and I go to view and design view, then I can see that my customer number is my primary key. And so there's a very quick and easy way that you can go through and see that, but this is just an overview of how to create a table and how to check to see what your primary key is.